so much fun. Oh my goodness. Daddy, what's her name?
This is Charlotte Adeline.
Charlotte. Well, Charlotte, meet Lennon. And Lennon, that's Charlotte. Girls, can you wave?
Can you wave? See her up there?
You are going to be Kinder Cubs next year.
Sissy, that's what.
She's got the big sissy and the big brother over there, like waving at her and stuff. So
Oh, I love it. That's so wonderful.
and that is Miss Fletcher, your principal.
Hello, my dear.
Can I say hi to Miss Fletcher?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi.
And you probably remember. And then there's
Hi.
Oh, hi, sweetheart. How are you?
Rim wanted to say hey to y'all.
Oh, it's so good to see you. Oh my goodness, I miss you.
That's awesome.
She's all grown up.
All right.
Thanks. Am I supposed to take attendance, Mrs. Fletcher?
Yes, Mrs. Papera, do you see the chat too? What I will do eventually when we start, I think, is ask parents to type their name and the child's name in the chat. That worked better with us last time.
Okie dokie.
Okay. And then, yeah, if you don't mind just jotting them down or copying and pasting them eventually.
Sure, absolutely. I was writing it down with a pen and paper, but
Oh, that's perfect. Thank you.
I can copy and paste. That's fine. That's fine. Good. Oh, it's good. I love seeing familiar faces. That's wonderful. Hi.
Oh, hi, Davidsons. I see you.
I know. I can't believe everybody's already big enough to be coming to school next year. Hi. What's your name, buddy?
Go ahead.
Dane.
Oh,
Hi, Dane. Is it Date with a D?
Dane, yep.
Hi, Dane. I'm Mrs. Papera. How are you?
good.
Good. I'm glad you're good. That's Charlotte. And that's Lennon. And that's Dane. And you're all going to be Kinder Cubs next year together. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It is cool. You're right.
Hello, Dane.
Hi, this is Principal Fletcher.
Hi.
Hi, honey. Good to see you. And then I see we have, as we saw, Davidson's welcome. Hello to Mrs. Medina and welcome to Maddox. Hello to Allison and her daughter Lydia. Welcome. And we saw Miss Witcher, Mr. Hinkle. All right, we'll give one more minute. And a special welcome to any of you that are attending for a second time because you attended in just a few minutes ago when we had the kindergarten presentation as well. So we'll wait 20 more seconds.
All right. Got it.
All right, welcome everyone to Young Fives orientation. Thank you for being here tonight. I'm Kim Fletcher, the principal here at Andersonville, and Mrs. Papera has been the lovely person chatting with you and introducing everyone. And we're going to introduce her officially here in a minute, so hang tight. So we're going to welcome you this evening in a few ways. We're going to start with our superintendent, Dr. Ryan. We'll hear from him. Then I'm going to share a few words with you. I'm going to introduce Mrs. Papera. Our purpose for being here tonight is to welcome you to your child's school experience. If this is your first child, this will be an orientation into the schooling process itself. If this is not your first child at Andersonville, we of course still welcome you back and look forward to sharing information with you about Young Fives, as well as what it means to be an Eagle at Andersonville. So with that, I'm going to start our formal presentation. Oh, sorry, one more thing, just housekeeping. I am recording tonight's session. All right, so that no sense in feeling overwhelmed or stressed about taking everything in. It will be recorded. We'll post it on the website. You can watch it again later, and we'll also share it with anyone who was unable to attend tonight. All right, so with that, now I will start our formal presentation. All right, just gotta get rid of that screen real quick. All right, families and children, welcome to Young Fives Orientation. Kiddos, it is your time to come to school, and we're so excited to welcome you. So this person is your superintendent. His name is Dr. Ryan, and he would like to welcome all of you.
Welcome, kindergarten and Young Fives families. I am Clarkson Community Schools Superintendent Sean Ryan, and I want to thank you for trusting our school district to be partners in your child's education. As you're about to learn, the milestone of starting school comes with exciting opportunities, new discoveries, new friendships, and experiences that will become the building blocks for a lifetime of success. The transition to school may also bring an inevitable worry or two. Your family will be supported every step of the way. On behalf of the educators and administrators of Clarkson Community Schools, it is our sincere privilege to serve your child throughout their academic journey. Thank you.
All right, so we will say thank you to Dr. Ryan for that welcome. And we will now welcome you to Andersonville Elementary. So if this is your first time with us at Andersonville, this is our school. We are, our mascot is the Eagles, so we often talk about being Eagles. We also often talk about our school being our little nest, that our nest is our family. So as I said, I'm Kim Fletcher, I'm the principal here. This is my 6th year at Andersonville, my 22nd year in the district. I started my career in Clarkston in 1999, and I intend to finish my career here, and not for a while though yet. I still have a 9-year-old at home. So I have 4 kids of my own who all attend Clarkston schools. They range in age from 15 all the way down to 9. And so as a parent, just like you, I recognize a lot of the feelings that you might be having right now. I recognize also everything that you had to do to really set aside the time tonight to be present for this. Everybody has a lot going on right now. You all have children of your own. There's a lot to be doing, and it says a lot that you've taken the time out of your busy nights to listen to our presentation and learn more about what school is going to be looking for with your child next year. My house had to do things without me tonight, so my husband had to pick up my oldest from tennis, then get my second oldest to his COVID test for sports, then pick up my middle schooler from her track meet, and then just 5 minutes ago I had to take my youngest one to soccer. So I feel, yeah, it's busy. It's a lot to keep track of. So I'm excited to welcome you here, and I'm excited that you were able to take the time. And again, know that we are recording so that you can watch this again later if you have to step away or anything. All right, so of course we're coming to you virtually this year. And while perhaps not ideal, it's always better to be in person. I'm really grateful for this opportunity to be virtual with you. Even the fact that we get to see you and your children on screen is so fantastic. So again, it's great to have this time with you. We recognize that with the COVID situation currently, there's a lot of unknowns. But I will tell you that the one thing that we do know is we're excited for your kiddos next year. We are excited to welcome them to our family. We're excited for another fantastic year in Young Fives. We don't know exactly what it's going to look like in terms of COVID, and we're okay with that. And we want you to be okay with that. And we want your children to know that it's going to be okay, no matter what it looks like. So just know that as time progresses and things become more certain as we approach August, we'll continue to share updates with you. But for right now, we're going to take things as they are, and we're going to welcome you, and we're going to welcome you no matter what it looks like. Okay. So the focus that I want to spend a few minutes on now is really to give you an understanding of who we are at Andersonville. We are a family. we are a family that really values each other and supports each other. And it starts with some of the people that you're going to get to know the soonest, and you're probably going to get to know the best here in the next year or two. So these lovely ladies. So on your left is our office staff, Mrs. Castillo, who is at the front desk, myself, and Mrs. Kuhn. And Mrs. Kuhn is our administrative assistant. And these two ladies, you know, they run our nest. They take care of things. They take care of you. They take care of your kids when they're sick. They'll talk to you about medicine, about sickness, about attendance. You will get to know them extremely well. And I could not have or think of any two more qualified and friendly people to be the face of our front office. You will get to know them extremely well. And we are all always happy to answer your questions. The team on the right is our kindergarten and kinder Cubs staff, Mrs. Papera there on the left, and then our kindergarten teachers, Mrs. Vandermark, Ms. DeVito, and Mrs. Witt. And of course, Mrs. Papera is joining us here tonight. So Mrs. Papera, if you want to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you.
Sure.
Actually, hang tight. I'm going to stop sharing so they can see you. And okay, now you're good.
Okey-doke. We're good. All right. Hi, everyone. My name's Elaine Papera. And yes, I am a Young Fives teacher. I've been the Young Fives teacher since the program began at Andersonville. This is our 4th year having Young Fives at Andersonville. Before that, I was a kindergarten teacher. And before that, I was a 1st grade teacher with a couple of years of 2nd grade sprinkled in there for good measure. I was hoping you weren't going to say how many years you were there, Mrs. Fletcher, because now I have to. I am just finishing my 31st year at Andersonville and with the district. So I've spent all my years teaching at Andersonville, and in my opinion, I was a substitute teacher, so I went to all the different schools, and no place feels like Andersonville. When at the end of our mission statement, we say we are loved, we are valued, we are family, and it's the truth. It's absolute truth. That's how you feel. I believe a couple quick things about learning and being 4 and 5 years old in school. I believe that the process of learning is more important than the product. I believe that children learn by doing and then thinking and talking about what they've just done. So we have a very hands-on, play-based approach to learning, which we'll talk about the nuts and bolts of all that. But I just wanted you to know that is my background. Well, my background is in early childhood education. I have a master's degree from Oakland in early childhood education, and another one in reading and literacy as well. So that's the boring stuff, but you know, we love to play, we love to have fun. We just planted a little garden yesterday. So we learn by doing. So, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have lots of fun. Did I forget anything?
You did great. Thank you, Mrs.
Okay.
Papera. Yes, Ms. Papera could not have said it any better, and that she is a gift to our school, to our families, to our children. She loves the Young Fives program. She loves the kids, and your kids are going to love her too. All right. So Mrs. Papera is going to stay on as well, and she's going to help me. She's going to monitor the chat. So if you do have questions that pop up as we're talking, you can feel free to interrupt me. We're a small group, so you can always just unmute yourselves and interrupt me, or you can type a question in the chat. If it's appropriate for us to stop what we're doing and answer the question, we certainly will, but know that we'll also have some time at the end of the presentation to address your questions as well. All right. All right, so I'm going to go back to our presentation. All right, so we are going to go back to here and pick up. All right, so we introduced important people. Mrs. Papera is your most important person at this time. Here are lots of other people that you will get to meet at our school. All right, and we have a fantastic school family. We, as Mrs. Papera referred to, we love each other as adults and as children. We are a family. We support each other. We respect each other. We know that we're all different. As adults, we recognize that and we lift that up. We recognize that we each have our own strengths and assets to add to our team. And that's true with our children as well. We take each child from wherever they're at. We help them grow their strengths and we help them partner with each other to build up the things that they need to build up. So I want you to know that what I think makes us special and is that we value kids. We value learning and we value the fact that kids learn by playing. Every single person here comes to school here, comes to work every day because we love what we do. We know why we do what we do and we love what we do. And so the first thing you see when you come into our school is our wall of whys, and every staff member knows why they do what they do. And it's always about children because we love when children learn. We love when children grow. We love helping them. We love learning from them. When we have a strong foundation and a belief system, and when our belief system is grounded in doing what's best for kids, we can do amazing things. And that is what we do here. And so now so that's a little bit from a principal perspective on what we value here, who we are as a staff, and what you can expect with us in terms of how it feels to be an Eagle at our school. I think it will be better captured and shown to you if we hear it from the voices of our children. So we're going to share two things. At Andersonville, we have a mission statement. We say it in every classroom every day. It's something that is not just words for us, but it has meaning behind it. It was created from a process involving all stakeholders, and we believe it really captures who we are and what we believe. So we're going to hear from the mouths of one of our current kindergarten classrooms. We'll let them share our mission statement with you.
All right. Are you guys ready?
Can you see that? Look in the back.
We are lifelong learners who celebrate our uniqueness and inspire one another to find our passion. We are loved, we are valued, we are family.
All right, that is Ms. DeVito's current kindergarten classroom. That is our mission statement. And you'll notice at the end, we are loved, we are valued, we are family. We sort of fist bumped that one, right? Because that is what's important here. And now, let me make this bigger. So now we will hear, now this is Ms. Papera's current group of Kinder Cubs, and they are going to sing our school song for you. They know it by heart, right, Ms. Papera? They sing it every day. And also I should say that it was Crazy Hair Day on the day this was filmed.
Andersonville is very cool. Eagles. We have pride, we love our school. That's the Eagle way. Andersonville is really cool. Eagles. We have pride, we love our school. That's the Eagle way. We learn a lot each day, and everything's okay. R-E-S-C-E-C-T, that's the Eagle way. Hey!
Fantastic, Kinder Covers. So there was a double bonus, right, in showing you those. One, obviously, purpose that I led with was so that you could hear our mission statement and hear our school song, which tells you about who we are. The other reason for showing those to you instead of me just reading our mission statement or telling you about our school song is that you were able to see a kindergarten classroom right now and a Kinder Cubs classroom, and you will notice that they are different. And I think that's important to talk about. And I think we will talk about that more as we go through our presentation. but you'll notice the setup is different. You'll notice the classroom looks different. And that is intentional. Young Fives is not kindergarten. Young Fives is Young Fives. They are different programs with different purposes, and we hope to help clarify that for you tonight. But nonetheless, they are all adorable.
All right.
Oh,
Are you
goodness,
guys
I forget I
ready?
have to do this. I'm sorry. Okay. Let me do it this way then. All right, so Mrs. Papera talked about this one, so I won't drag on about it, but it's important that you understand as parents, and that our kids know, and those that are listening know, how important play is, especially with our Young Five students. And Mrs. Papera said this exactly, but let's just say it together. Play is often talked about as if it were a relief from serious learning, but for children, play is serious learning. It really is the work of childhood, and we believe this. We believe that children learn through play. When they play, they communicate. When they play, they problem solve. When they play, they work things out. When they play, they use their imaginations. Play is work. And honestly, for all of us, even as adults, we learn by playing. So that is very important for us here, as is the idea behind this quote from Mr. Rogers. You've made this day a special day just by being you. There's no person in the whole wide world like you, and I like you just the way you are. And that is so important, especially as we talk to our 4, 5, and 6-year-olds, that no matter who you are, no matter where you come from, no matter what your strengths are, we love you, and we love you just the way you are. And we appreciate you just the way you are. And we want to share. We want you to share yourself with others. So those are two very important concepts that I want to make sure you understand are going to ground our foundation here through the next several years in elementary school. So now I want to talk through some nuts and bolts things that I'm sure parents have some questions on. So I'd first like to start with telling you that there is a Young Fives orientation packet. And we have gone completely digital with these packets. One, because we're doing all these orientation sessions virtually, and two, because it's a lot easier to get the information to you quickly and have the information be updated. So the Young Fives orientation packet is hyperlinked in this slide. However, I'm going to show you how to access the packet yourself so that you can access it whenever you want, wherever you want. So I'm going to stop. Oh, actually, no, sorry. Let me go back. I just got to go back to a different screen. Let me go back to sharing again, but I'm going to take you to my Google search. Okay. So if you just search Andersonville Elementary, that's all I did is type in Andersonville Elementary, and you open up our school's website. We want to get to Young Fives information. That's what we're looking for. Okay. So we're going to click on academics. We're going to go to Young Fives, and you're going to see right here, kindergarten and Young Fives orientation. And this is where you're going to find important information for you. Now, here's the packets. You'll see Young Fives, you'll see kindergartens. These are the orientation videos from last year. After tonight, these videos will be replaced by tonight's videos. Okay. In the meantime, here's the Young Fives packet. Again, you can access this anytime you want. These items are all hyperlinked. There's a welcome letter from me. It's just me introducing myself, telling you a little bit about our school, giving you my contact information. Hyperlinked here is the school's calendar for next year. If you need to know what day we start school, when are our breaks, etc., you have immediate access to the calendar. There's also a summer learning calendar. If you are looking for some things to think about doing over the summer with your children, these are some optional activities that we have put together that you could do or not do. You can mix them up. You can make your own activities, but just some things sometimes that parents are just looking for. Oh, I just want some kind of idea. So these are just meant to be a list of ideas for you to use. And then there's some other informational pieces that I'm going to let you decide if they pertain to you. Kids Connection. If you need before school care or after school care, that's Kids Connection. Again, you can just follow this link and it'll tell you how to register and what you need to do. If you need more information about vision screening or vaccinations or immunizations, You can follow those links. If you need more information about busing, about transportation, again, that link will take you directly to the Transportation Department webpage. You can find out their contact information and find out all you need to know about the bus schedule and whatnot. So all that information is available to you in this packet. Again, links are live and working, and you can access that information anytime you need to. So that is your Young Fives packet. That information, you could print it off if you want to. If there are things that you'd like printed but you can't do that at home, feel free to just send me an email and I'm happy to print and mail home anything that you'd like. Okay, so I want to talk about some nuts and bolts, and then we're going to hear a little bit more about Young Fives. We at Andersonville have run a section of Young Fives. I think you said 4 years, Ms. Papera. Is this year 5 or year? I don't know. Could be year 5.
My first group is in 2nd grade.
Okay. All right. So this will be 4. So school starts at Andersonville at 8:30 and it ends at 3:45. Our doors open at 8:25. We do dismiss our younger learners a few minutes early so that they can get out safely and not be in a big crowd when the bigger kids get out. So just know that as well. You will get some information in August about opening of school and bus information. You will get a letter directly from me and your teacher, which will be Ms. Papera unless something happens. Those will come out the week of August 16th. And then the week of August 23rd is the teacher's first week back at school. And at some point during that week, there will be a meet the teacher. We've done that in person before, and last year we did it virtually. Either way, they're fantastic. Know that no matter what, you're going to have an opportunity to meet with Mrs. Papera. Depending on COVID, it might be a situation where you get to come into the classroom, see Mrs. Papera, see your classroom, or it might be something where she sets up virtual meetings with you one-on-one to get to know her and say hello. So either way, that will happen that week. And then our first day of school is Monday, August 30th. Now, the first week of school is going to look special for our youngest learners, as it should. So let me show you this. So the first week of school, we're going to do a gradual entry plan for our youngest learners. And what that means is that we're going to take our time getting them in here because we know that relationships are important. And we know in order to build relationships, we can do that better if we start slower and we start with smaller groups. So on Monday, August 30th, we're going to run 2 open house sessions, one in the morning from 8:45 to 9:30, and then the other one in the afternoon from 10:45 till 11:30. So we'll take our Young Fives group and we'll split them in half. Again, we'll make the group smaller. COVID serving us well, we will have parents coming into the building with their children. They'll come in and we'll spend 45 minutes together doing an open house style orientation for you and your child. We'll let you know in August which session is appropriate for you. Again, the point is to divide the group into half and give them a small chunk of time to come into the school on the first day with you. And then the plan for Tuesday and Wednesday will be again to separate the group in half. So on Tuesday, half of the group will come in and half of the group will stay home. And on Wednesday, we will flip it around. So the idea here being that if we can get them into school for a full day, but just have half of them come, we'll be able to better give them some individualized attention, get them familiar with the routines and the structure of being at school. And then on Thursday, they can come all together to have that first full day together prior to going into the Labor Day vacation. So we feel like this is a well-balanced way of bringing our children into school in a slower, smaller environment, and then build our way up to that full capacity. So that is our gradual entry plan. A few informational items, and then we'll talk specifically about Young Fives. So we want to make sure that, you know, the most important thing we can do with each other for our kids is partner. And when we have a strong partnership between family and school, our children will thrive, right? They know that we're in constant communication. They know that everything that I share with you, you know, it's an open communication, and they know that they're the center of that communication. So we encourage you to make sure that you are doing a couple of things. When it comes to school, please make sure that your information in Parent View is up to date. We need emergency contact information. That information is used to share, anything about school closing, but it's also our way of maintaining safety and making sure that we're only releasing your children to people on the emergency list. It's also how we communicate attendance and things like that. So make sure Parent View is up to date. Again, if you need help with anything like that, our office staff here is happy and willing and able to help with that. School safety is still a top priority. Of course, we're in a pandemic right now, so we are full on safety mode, and it is our #1 priority. But we also are still taking precautions with our weather safety drills, our school safety drills, and all of that. So I just want you to know that even though we're COVID focused right now, we still are attending to the physical safety at school as well. Of course, remember that we need to have that immunization and vision record on file. And then illness. And so I want you to know that right now, if you don't have a child in school right now, with the current COVID, what we're doing is sending children home or asking parents to keep children home if they have 2 or more low-level symptoms, which are things like runny nose, sore throat, congestion, headache, or if there's one high-level symptom, which is a new cough, shortness of breath, a fever, things like that. If children have multiple symptoms, they do need to stay home and either get COVID tested or stay home for the 10-day isolation period. We'll see, okay, as we go through the months and we get to August, if that's going to change. But for right now, that's where we are at. We want children, to have improved symptoms or have a negative COVID test upon returning to school. We also want them to be fever-free without medicine for 24 hours. So if your child does need medicine, and that's totally fine. We have children that need medicine for all kinds of things during the school day. We are happy and able to support that. We have a management system where kids come down and take the medicine they need. It just requires a form to be filled out by your doctor, and we are happy to help you out with that here at school. All right, when we were talking about partnerships, we talked about the school partnership and making sure that you communicate with us about emergency contacts, changes in your situation with pickups and drop-offs and that kind of thing. But another piece of partnering is your involvement with your child at home and your conversations that you have with your child at home. And, with 4-year-olds, it's tough. I mean, they're so young and they have so much that they want to share, so much that, is going on in their little heads, that we really want them to have that opportunity to share with you, not only what they did in school, but how they're feeling about school. So we encourage you to talk to them about how they're feeling and to acknowledge their feelings and support any feeling that they may have, even if they're feeling multiple things at the same time. We might be feeling very excited about school, and we might also feel nervous. And we want kids to know that that's fine. And it's okay to be excited and nervous. And let's talk about that, how it feels to be excited and how it feels to be nervous and what we can do to work through that. So we encourage you to keep that communication going with your child. And that's what we do at school as well. And then if we partner together and share how those conversations are going with each other as adults, we can make sure that that conversation is consistent in all parts of their school day. We have an outstanding PTO here. We are just in the midst of a very trying time. We are hoping to get back to the days when we had amazing events here, family events such as festivals and fairs and movie nights and lots of fantastic things. So we'll keep you up to date on that. But regardless, we're a family. We work together. We're going to do everything we can to keep everybody involved. All right, so with that, we are now, so you've heard a little bit from me, you've heard a little bit from Ms. Papera. I hope you're taking away so far that Andersonville as a family, we believe in the importance of play, we believe in the importance of childhood, and we recognize that everybody is unique. That's the foundation of what we believe. Young Fives is the building step, right? It's the ground floor of your child's educational career. we are going to watch a video about Young Fives. I want you to know that the video was put together pre-pandemic. Okay, so you'll see pictures of kids actually doing things that we're not quite able to do right now. Right now, we are still masked, socially distancing. You saw that when you saw the Young Fives singing the class song. But we're hoping someday that we get back to being able to do some of the things you're going to see in this video. I just want to make sure that don't expect next year to look exactly like what you're seeing in this video. Things change for lots of reasons, one of them being a pandemic, but there might be things you see in this video that aren't what we do necessarily in our classrooms every day. The idea is for you to get an idea of what Young Fives looks like and what we do in Young Fives. And then we'll talk more afterwards about any questions that you may have. Mrs. Papera, is there anything else that you would like to add before we play the video?
Nope, you got it. Just that this was pre-COVID, and you know, things look different every year, but this is it's a pretty good broad idea.
Thank you. All righty.
Young Fives is a bridge between 4-year-old preschool and kindergarten. It is just like all kindergarten through 5th grade classrooms in that it is 5 days a week, all day long. Each class is taught by a certified teacher. Each Young Fives classroom also has a highly qualified classroom aide that spends the entire day with our class. Our goal is to build relationships and help children recognize who they are as thinkers and learners. In Young Fives, our main focus lies in these 4 areas of development: social, emotional, cognitive, and physical health. Your child will have opportunities to grow socially. Children will learn about friendships and have many opportunities to play. But they will also learn what it means to be one of a larger group. Emotionally, we want each child to have a positive self-identity and the ability to name and recognize their emotions and the emotions of others. When you think cognitive development, think about building language and communication skills, learning new math concepts, becoming readers, writers, and scientists. Lastly, we want each child to be physically healthy. We will build on their large motor skills like running, climbing, hopping, and jumping, and we'll also work with fine motor skills like cutting with scissors, pinching and rolling out Play-Doh, and gripping and holding a writing tool. When we believe in children, they will begin to believe in themselves. We want to ignite children's curiosity. We will provide these children with multiple opportunities daily to use their hands, bodies, and engage their 5 senses. We want their world to become a bigger, brighter place full of opportunities to explore, create, and even get a little messy. So you might be wondering, what does it look like in a Young Fives classroom each day? And how do we foster or nurture each child's growth? Believe it or not, a lot of it is achieved through open, uninterrupted play. Each day, your child will have the opportunity to have what we call work time or play workshop time. This time begins with a planning session. We might teach a small mini lesson about sharing or taking care of our toys, or maybe just talking about some options for the day. The children go off and they play with whatever it is they choose for the day and explore. And then we come back together for our review time to talk about how everything went. Whole group learning allows us to provide opportunities for social interaction. On any given day, we may use this time to read together, sing, play games, or to discuss new or emerging concepts. Your child will learn how to participate and be an active listener. This might look like turn-taking in conversations, making eye contact with one another, using appropriate voice volume, and being considerate of one another's personal space. The children are learning how to self-regulate and interact with one another in an appropriate yet playful way, while learning about high-interest topics. Small group learning also happens each and every day. This time allows the teacher to meet your child at his or her individual level, and also to meet his or her unique needs. It may look different depending on the day. It could be a new skill that's being taught, or a skill that needs repeated practice, like writing our names, learning the letters of the alphabet, counting, maybe even working on basic computation, or beginning to read. We love to go outside. It's like another classroom for us. We get to see nature in action through sun, rain, mud, frost, snow, and everything in between. We go outside in all kinds of weather. Please make sure to send appropriate clothing for your child. Each child will have an opportunity for 1 to 2 snacks a day, plus a 30-minute lunchtime, which we have in the cafeteria. Our days are so busy and full. Please make sure to pack enough healthy food to keep your child going each day. We also have free and reduced lunch forms if needed. Co-curricular time is definitely a favorite part of the day for our Kindercubs. Our wonderful classroom aide will stay with our class while a certified teacher leads this very special time of the day. The 4 co-curricular classes are physical education, music, art, and Spanish. In Clarkston, we ask each child to bring a plain t-shirt with their first name printed clearly on the front and back of the shirt. This needs to fit comfortably over your child's clothes. Your child will wear this each time they go to a co-curricular. And sometimes they even wear them when they're preparing for a messy learning project.
All right, families and children. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to Mrs. Papera and I and our Young Fives presentation. Thank you for understanding a little bit more about what school looks like at Andersonville and what Young Fives itself will look like. Mrs. Papera and I are here now for you to address any questions you have. You can certainly just unmute yourselves and pop in to ask a question, or if you'd like to put it in the chat, that is fine as well. If, of course, questions come to you after tonight, please know that you can reach out to me anytime, email, phone, whichever way works best for you, and I'm happy to meet with you in any way that works best for you. But if there's anything that you'd like to ask, we'll go ahead and open it up, unless you have anything that you'd like to add first, Ms. Papera.
No, it's just that old saying about, you know, if you have a question, probably 3 or 4 other people do. It's the truth. So don't be shy to ask something, because I guarantee you that someone else is wondering the same thing and they're just too shy to ask. I'm trying to think.
Well, I hope you feel comfortable, right? I know this was not in person, but even just getting to know myself and Mrs. Papera better, some of you know us already, but I hope that you see that we are very approachable people. We love children. We both love what we do. We want this to be the most amazing experience for you and your child. So please reach out to us anytime. Like I said, we'll do phone conversation. We can do a virtual meeting. I've met with some people after school hours to do some things as well. So whatever works best for you. I just want you to know, and I know that, you know, Ms. Papera is probably feeling the same way, but it's so exciting and fun to see the little ones on the screen. And it's great to see parents. We're grateful for you to be here, because we need you to be here. But thank you for showing us your little ones too, because it certainly makes our hearts so happy. But Kindercubs, Young Fives is an amazing experience, and we know that you'll love it and your child will love it. And we are going to do whatever it takes to make it be an amazing experience for all of you. We're so excited to welcome you. It's so sad in a way that it's still 4 months away, but it'll be here before we know it, I guess.
So my email's not on this particular part of the screen, but if somebody wanted to email me, they can do that through the same link, right? If they go to our website, right?
Yep, just that what I showed you, to Google Andersonville Elementary, and you can find all of our contact information. So like I said, the presentation will be posted on the website as soon as the video uploads and the tech people do what they need to do to get that loaded. So it was a pleasure seeing all of you tonight. Ms. Papera, did you get all the names of the people present?
I believe that I did. Let me just double check. Let me scroll down. I did. Yep, I sure did.
Well, families and children,
Kendall?
it was so great to see you tonight. We can't wait to officially see you in a couple of months, and you just reach out to us in the meantime if you need anything, okay?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, I did. Got everybody.
All right, everyone. So good.
See you.
So good to meet you, children. We will see you all very soon.
Bye, Charlotte. Bye, Dane. Bye, Lennon. Bye, Kendall.
Bye.
Bye, kiddos. Thank you, parents.
Oh, there we go. There's one. Oh, great. Okay. Whoop. Oh, it was a nice thank you. Awesome. Cutie pie.
Bye, sweetheart. Oh, thank you, Lainey.
Yeah, that went. I sometimes worry if maybe there wasn't enough information for people to ask a question. They didn't know what to ask, maybe, but
It's so overwhelming, right? I mean, it's just so much, and
yeah.
that's okay. We have time to reach out to people, or they can reach out to us individually. And
Yeah. Oh, good. Have a good sleep.
Yay. All right, you too. Thanks for being here. Have a good night.
You too. Bye.